Hi, welcome to Market Alert for Friday, the 13th, Friday the 13th of December 2019. So, trade deal rumourgasm sparks stock melt up to record highs and bond bloodbath. As I said in yesterday's Market Alert, we're looking for something to move the markets, and sure enough, the old trade deal reared its ugly head again, and we see the market move higher. And this is why, because Trump folds. Will cancel new China tariffs, offers to cut existing tariffs by 50% in exchange for pledges. And it gets worse than that. There's going to be no ceremony for the signing of this deal. It's not going to be revealed. So yeah, the rumour mill can continue. You can use this now because there's not going to be any public details on this. So it allows them to continue to move the markets to the upside, and we saw this yesterday. You can see there prices moving sharply higher, new record high straight through the 28,199 yesterday, and then continuing on the overnight there. So yesterday you can see the market opening, and then we get what I just showed you about the so-called trade deal. We then get the market trading up to the new all-time high. And then, as ever, the market comes back, gets a bit of a pump at the end of the day, but dangerously high now. As I've said to you before, there's nothing to stop this market going to 30,000. At the moment, we're at 28,261 in that area. And the market above the 200 MA and way above the DP line for yesterday, which you can see down there. So this market remaining long. News today, we've got retail sales and core retail sales, both forecast to be higher than the previous as well, so that will boost the market also. But no doubt some sort of details will come out regarding this deal. But the market continue to move to the upside there, that's for sure. As far as the Dow and any other stock market is concerned, there'll be profit taken along the way, but on the whole, it's a one-way street. And the implied volatility, happy with this, straight back below the 20 bar moving average, 11.85, heading back down towards the lows that we've seen recently. Now, if the market does continue, keep an eye on all of these lows, and what the market is likely to do when it gets to these levels is correct. We saw at the start of a correction, but again, as I pointed out in the Market Alert, they're doing everything they can to stop these big corrections. And we saw this here in October, and then in the end of November, beginning of December, they tried again and failed miserably to correct the market, and now it's back down in the lows once more. The 10-year 3-month is increasing. Now, I haven't seen the full details on this, but the Fed has now gone hyper on the repo market. I'll have a look at it over the weekend and report back, but it's gone into close to 700 billion that is being made available to for the banks. So behind all of this stuff, things are not good. They certainly aren't. We know this. But there's nothing we can do to stop the madness. It's going to continue until it can't continue. Simple as that. Also, there's a good article here. Wherever it is, I'll just whiz straight past it. Let's see if it's here. Yeah, dear Miss Lagarde, you're wrong twice. If you're interested in the European economic problem, then this is a really good article. I've just noticed face here. I'll be polite. Watch live Christine Lagarde's first press conference. I might go back and have a look at that just for a giggle, because it'll be interesting to see what lies that she's got to say. And in fact, let me just leave you with this bit as far as the news is concerned with regards to Europe as well. Oh, there you go. It's on the front bit. I'll just go back. There we go. We'll get there in a second. Up a bit further, wasn't it? There we go. When it's serious, you have to lie. And that came from Juncker. if I recall. That was Juncker's lie. And if you go back and have a look, do a search on that on the internet, you'll find it. I think it was in the Telegraph. So that's what she's doing. It's the thing is an absolute basket case, and she wants to take rates even further negative. Thank God, if you don't live in Europe, because it's devastating. It's going to be Japan-like, no doubts about that. Anyway, let's move on. Political news for the UK. Obviously, we can see a massive majority, the highest since Thatcher, if I recall. I'll just do this for you. There you go. And you'll see the cable explodes. That's what the reason I'm showing this. As I said before, I'm not interested in politics. All lying, cheating scumbags as far as I'm concerned. And cheats. But the point here is that the country's had its word in the boardroom, as it were, and cable explodes higher. So let's just have a look and see how the pound is faring here. This is the weekly chart. You can see prices are traded up to the 200 MA. Last time they did this, they reversed, but now with this massive majority, Corbyn, blimey, there's a Freudian. Johnson will be free to do more or less what he wants to do, but in theory, but take it from me, he'll be stopped from doing a lot. One way or the other, whether they use the courts again like they did when they prorogued Parliament. But anyway, enough of that. We can see the pound was down, and then obviously overnight a massive blast to the upside there to the 134 area. This is the highest it's been since May of 18, so back to those sorts of levels. And well, okay, let's just finish on a political note. We've just seen what Trump and the China trade deal. You got to take this with a pinch of salt and tongue in cheek. But this just tickled me. Trump congratulates PM as he vows a massive and lucrative trade deal. God, if it's anything like what we've seen as far as the China trade one with Trump, then God preserve us. That's all I can say. Here you go. That's the bit I was after. So, yeah, there you go. Welcome to Friday the 13th. That's a look at the markets. Expect the Dow to continue higher as the manipulation continues. And the pound probably after its celebratory rise to actually give these gains back once the reality kicks in with what I've just shown you. It's going to be an interesting ride, to say the least. Okay, that's it for this one. Have a good weekend. And as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.